Hi everyone, how are you? It's Monday, start of a new week. I've opened the blind and I actually let some natural light in, although it's starting to look a bit grey out there. It was a lot brighter this morning, but it is a bit grey now. Let's just pop you guys in here so that I can talk to you properly. There we go. Let me just refresh my Facebook feed as well so I can see all your lovely comments. So for anyone who hasn't done our Facebook Lives before, we did them during the very first lockdown. So nearly a year ago. How crazy is that? Yeah, nearly a year ago. And we did them all the way through to July. So we did them from kind of beginning of April. So beginning of April all the way through to July. And they're just kind of 15-20 minute tutorials that we'll do every weekday, this time at 1 o'clock. And we do them on lots of different themes. So this week our theme is drawing. So we're going to do lots and lots of different either techniques to show you a particular technique or just hints on how to sketch or draw a particular thing. So that's kind of what we do. But it is part of a community. We do try and get you all commenting. So if you're here and you're watching, say hi in the comments so that I don't feel like I'm a mad person talking to myself, basically. So do comment, and at the end, once you've done your version, hopefully you'll comment with a photograph of yours as well, which would be absolutely fabulous. So I have with me, I have a piece of paper. I have, this is just a normal HB pencil, it's nothing special. Rubber, and I have got a sharpener just in case my pencil decides to break, but I have pre-sharpened it, hopefully. Doesn't matter what size the paper is, I'm working on A5 today. Really doesn't matter, just as long as it's plain paper. Who's there? Hello Sally, nice of you to join us. Excellent stuff. So how was your Christmas and New Year's, everyone? Hopefully you enjoyed it, even though it was probably a lot quieter. I know mine was certainly a lot quieter than it was normally supposed to be. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, we've got 2 workshops coming up for Arty Farty Retreat. We've got a vision board workshop, which is this weekend actually. It's coming up this Saturday. So if anyone's struggling to kind of put something down that they want the next year to be, or to think about what they want to do over the next year, or if you just want a couple of hours of fun really creating a vision board, we've got that this Saturday. So do give us a message if you would like to know more about that. I've also got a confidence boost workshop, which is for adults at the moment, which is starting next week. So anyone that feels they want a little bit of boost to their confidence, feeling a little bit low perhaps, come along. That's going to be really good. So what are we doing today? So today I'm going to teach you how to draw a tree with a really kind of simple technique. And we're going to do a tree without leaves. So we're going to do a wintry tree today. So I'm going to lower you guys down and hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. So feel free to copy along with me, or if you want to just watch and then join in later, you can do that as well. So the first thing that I'm going to do today is we're going to draw 3 lines. So we're going to draw one up the middle, and they're going to be slightly wonky lines. So quite wonky actually. So that's the first one. The second one's going to come up to the right. And then the third one's going to come up maybe off of here, about here, just as it starts to bend there. Make that really wonky. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to bring that up so you can see it a bit closer. So 3 wonky wobbly lines. And then I'm going to add bits onto just the very end. So I'm going to add another bit here. And the key to drawing trees is mainly, I'm just going to draw one little branch coming off there, is to basically try and get it smaller and smaller. So can you see that I've just added kind of little bits there? And there's not a huge amount, just little bits. And just onto the ends at the moment. So I might make that come off there, another one there, and then I'm going to bring a second branch off here. So like I did with that one, I brought the second branch off. I'm going to bring the second one off here and put a couple of little branches on there. That's the middle one. And then we've just got the last one to do. And I might not do that much with that one because it doesn't look like it needs it, does it? I might just put 1 and 2. So I've just put a couple on the end there. Okay, so the next step, the next stage that we need to do is we need to thicken our trunk. Okay, so I'm going to draw kind of a wibbly line going the other direction. And I'm just going to thicken it in towards the middle. Same with this one, I'm just going to thicken that slightly. So it's still got really nice thin ends. And then what we're going to do is thicken these bit of trunk, which is basically what it is. So I'm going to follow the line and thicken it all the way out to the point. So we go, still keep those points at the end. And I'm literally just going to colour in with my pencil. I'm not worried too much actually with this one about marks that you're making with the pencil. So normally when we're colouring in, we say like keep your pencil flat to the paper so you don't get the pencil marks and it's nice and even. But actually I'm not worried about it with this because with trees, they tend not to be that even actually anyway. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So again, we're just thickening them up. And then I can kind of thin out towards that bit. There we go. And then at the end of this, if you want to, you can use your rubber to kind of pick out the highlights as well, which I'll show you in a minute when we do that. And then I'm just gonna thicken up this one as well. Here we go. I think Ed was strumming away with the guitar in the other room, so my apologies if you can hear bit of live music in the background. Can't be bad, can it? There we go. So really thicken up those trunks at the bottom. If you look at it like I am now and you think actually it's still too thin at the bottom, just gonna thicken that out and bend it out towards the lovely line that we've got at the bottom there. There we go, that's a bit better. I'm happier with that now. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is start kind of crossing over the branches a little bit more and bring branches a little bit lower. So I'm just going to put one up here, and again remember to keep them quite jaggedy. I'm going to cross that one over. So I'm just putting one the other way as well on there, I think. And then I'm going to do the same to the middle one. So I'm going to add one going that way and one going the other way. Do you know what can help this process as well actually is if you draw with your wrong hand. So I'm right-handed, but actually if I did that with my left hand, you could also get really nice kind of jaggedy lines. I'm not going to do that today because I'm being too much of a control freak. So I'm just going to add another, just the one on the edge there. Okay, so you can see, so I've added 1, 2 on this one, 1, 2 on that one. And again, just going to thicken them slightly. I'm not worried about the pencil marks because, like we said, with trees, you're going to get those kind of nice marks anyway. Just going to thicken them slightly as they come in towards the trunk there. Oh, we've got some nice shapes going here. Hopefully yours have got really nice pointy shapes as well. That one comes across, doesn't it? There we go. Nice thick bit going into there. So hopefully you will end up with something like this. And it's just really easy stages just to get it looking like a proper old, it looks like a rickety old bent tree in a horror film or something now. Vaguely. So now that we've thickened all of those bits, you can go in if you want to. You might be happy with it like that, but if you wanted to add more branches, which I'm going to do now, I'm just going to add like a couple of little ones down here. You can see it's just coming off the trunk there. And I might just add just a few more coming off the ends. And just some odd ones. But you can see that I'm not going too far. So one of the real temptations with something like this is to keep adding smaller and smaller and smaller bits. But what you end up with is a big clump on the end rather than your branches more evenly distributed. So I almost sounded like I knew what I was talking about then, didn't I? So we're going to add those on There. So do say hello if anyone's watching. Do comment. It's nice to not just talk to myself. Or if anyone's got any questions as well, do feel free to pop them in the comments, even if you're watching this later on. I might just add a couple more here, just a couple of smaller bits, and maybe one on here as well. There we go. So you can see that I'm just blending them in a little bit more by thickening them the closer towards the branch they are. And you end up with a beautiful bare tree. And like I said, if you want to, you could add in like a little bit of highlights. So if we imagine that the sun's coming from this direction, so all the highlighted bits are all going to be on the left-hand side of my tree. Although having said that, I think in Facebook Live it might flip it. So I'm saying left-hand side, but this might be the right-hand side to you. But whatever side the sun comes in on, that's where you're going to pick up the highlights. Hello, Caroline, you've joined us. Excellent stuff. So I'm just literally going to go in with the rubber. I'm just going to lighten up a few bits on the left-hand side of that branch. I'm just going to draw that back in. And equally, just on there. It's nicer if you've got a rubber with a point. Mine's got pretty flat. There we go. And there you have it. One finished, beautiful, wintry tree. So show me yours. I've now shown you mine. I will take a photo of mine. I'll put it in the comments below. But also show me yours as well. Who else? Oh, we've got another comment. Oh, Sally, excellent. I'm so glad you're watching. But hopefully you've picked up bit by bit what we're supposed to be drawing. Excellent. So if anybody would like to donate to Arty Farty Retreat, obviously we're doing these tutorials free every weekday at 1 PM. But if anybody would like to donate to keep Arty Farty Retreat going, I will pop the comment in the links below. The last time we did this, we've actually raised nearly £3,000, which was amazing, considering I had to shut the business and shut the studio for about 6 months last year. It was amazing that so many people could help and could donate. Absolutely fantastic. And that covered nearly 3 months rent, because the rent for the studio is about £1,000 a month. So thank you to all those who have donated, and I will pop the link in the comments below for anyone that would like to, because it just keeps it going for when we can finally meet up in person, hopefully sometime soon. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's it. Tomorrow you'll need a pencil again, a rubber, paper, and we might have a look at doing more trees, but this time I might actually do trees with leaves on tomorrow, and I might show you a couple of different ones and how to kind of vary them so that they don't all look the same, and we'll just do that with pencil. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Even if you're watching this later, do take a photograph of your tree and pop it in the comments below. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later. Bye.